What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Thursday morning episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt, and this podcast being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com. And when you use that promo code JUICE, you're going to get 50% off their anniversary packages across their site. Now, it's select packages, but the amount of savings is unbelievable. Juice in that search bar activates a 50% savings on the anniversary packages available at OmahaSteaks.com. Okay, sweep 3-0, 3 units up. Always like that when baseball comes in. It's not typical, but we'll take it. We go 3-0. And we head towards a Thursday in the first NFL football kind of game of the season. This is the Hall of Fame game tonight with the Jets and the Browns. Yes, I have a play on it, but I actually have 3 different ways you can bet this game. So I'm going to give you multiple options. I'll tell you what I'm going to bet officially, but I got a couple of different ways if you're not in love with the play that you could actually potentially have a no sweat bet, potentially, maybe. Give you that here in just 1 second, plus 2 baseball plays. Well, 1 baseball play and 1 play whenever the books get off their butt and put a lineup for the play that I want to make and probably guess what it's going to be. We'll do that. But before we do anything else, let me tell you about Fanimal. They are back. So, buying tickets, it's tough, right? Hidden fees suck. Customer service is terrible. Coordinating with your friends can be a nightmare, but Fanimal has no fees, and they have tickets to everything: concerts, festivals, football, baseball, basketball, hockey, and they have the cheapest prices on the internet. Now, here's how they do it. Instead of fronting all this money to your friends and then chasing them down, here's what you can do. Fanimal has a patented group purchasing program, which makes it easy to split payments with you and your friends so no one's left holding the bag. You don't commit until your friends do. Pick the seats, pick how many tickets you want to pay for yourself, and then send that link to your friends. When they join the group, everybody gets charged separately, and your tickets are secure. Plus, you guys get some money, $10 every time somebody joins your group. Fanimal's got amazing customer service in case things do get a little weird and a little hairy. Don't take my word for it, though. You can go check out all their 5-star reviews. Next time you need tickets, go to Fanimal.com or download the Fanimal app and use promo code FanimalJuice for $20 off your first purchase. Check out Fanimal and experience more. Okay, Hall of Fame game, lines 1.5 for the New York Jets. More on that line here in just 1 second, but let's talk history for a second, okay? Now, should you bet the over? Should you bet the under? Should you bet a prop? Here is one way to bet this. This is available at FanDuel. FanDuel is giving you the opportunity to bet the margin of victory between 1 point and 13 points on the Jets at plus 150, or 1 point to 13 points on the Browns plus 180. Both those sides are plus bets. You might go, well, Matt, if I bet 1 unit on both those sides, don't I sort of guarantee myself a profit? Well, you could either win a half a unit or you could win 0.8. Yes, that's actually possible. You could actually turn yourself into it. But Matt, what if the game falls over 14 points, over 13 points, 14 or more? Well, let's look at the last 10 games. The last 10 times the Hall of Fame game's been played. Now, a couple of times, COVID knocked it out. A bad field knocked it out. So the last 10 times this game has been played, here are your margin of victories dating from the earliest last year to the least recent. Margin of victory has been 16, 13, 4, 1, 2, 11, 4, 4, 7, 9. How many times did that fall 13 or less? Well, that would be 8-0-1. Only 1 time in the last 10 have we seen, and it was last year, that the margin of victory was above 13 points. Not a bad bet. If you're looking for something, now, if it's a blowout, you lose 2 units, okay? But history tells you this is a game that's low scoring and a game that's tightly played. If it falls under history, bang, you go ahead and you'd cash that plus 150, you lay a unit down on the plus 180, you win a half a unit or vice versa, right? Could be a no sweat. This is a bet it and forget it thing, right? Don't watch this game in the fourth quarter. Just bet it and go do something else. Now, The other way of doing this is by betting a same game teaser, 6-point teaser. Now, at books in Vegas, it's minus 130 to do this. Other books aren't even letting you do this. But if your book lets you do this, what do you do with the 33.5? Do you tease it up to 39.5 and bet under? Or do you pull it down to 27.5 and bet it over? Okay? Let's look at the total points being scored, again, dating back from the earliest last year to the 10 times ago game. Totals have been 38, 19, 24, 33, 38, 17, 30, 44, 27, and 23. You tease it up to 39.5. Only one game, 9-1 to the under 39.5. The only game they went over, there was a 44 in there 7 games ago. Other than that, it's been 38, 19, 24, 33, 38. It's right up against it, but you could tease it up, take the Browns plus 7.5 or 8, because if it's 8, it would fall 6-4. Okay, 6 times of the last 10, the margin has been fewer than 8 points. So it's still on the majority side. Tease it up to plus 7.5, plus 8. Some books are at 2 right now for the Jets. Tease it to 8. Take the total, go up to 39.5, and take the under. If you're feeling wary about that, you can go the other way and tease it to 27.5. The problem with that, there have only been, if you go down from 33.5 up to 27.5, that would be 4 times in the last 10. Oh, wait, 4 times in the last 10. One game fell 27, where it went over 27.5 points. So you'd be kind of fighting it just a little bit on that. But if you want a same game tease it, I would say up to plus 8, up to 39.5 and take the under. Just how I would recommend doing it. Now, how am I betting this? Found this stat online, which I found to be pretty telling. Did you know that Robert Saleh is 6-0 straight up and 5-1 ATS in preseason games since taking over? This year, the New York Jets have a ton of attention and a ton of scrutiny on them with Aaron Rodgers, who won't play tonight. Nobody of note will play tonight. But certain coaches care about preseason. We know this from John Harbaugh, right? We know this from the Ravens. Certain coaches care about preseason. Robert Saleh apparently cares about preseason. I'm going to lay the 1.5 points and not worry about pace of play. I'm going to take the Jets minus 1.5 for 1.1 units and just bet it and forget it. Will I watch in the fourth quarter? No, I will not. Do I think the scrubs for the Jets might be able to beat the scrubs from the Browns? Maybe. Am I in love with the bet? Not really, but I can't recommend. I will tease this as well. I just can't recommend a same game teaser for my first bet of the NFL season. It sets a bad precedent. If I miss it, it sets a bad precedent. Rather just miss it on a side. I'm taking the Jets. I hate the Jets. I'm taking the Jets. Minus 1.5, 1.1 units down. Jets to win the Hall of Fame game tonight in Canton, Ohio. All right, baseball we go. Let's talk about Shohei Otani. So Shohei was getting hit around pretty good, getting smacked around. In 3 starts prior to his last start, Shohei gave up 5 earned, 4 earned, 5 earned. Now, what was going on from July 4th to July 21st? A whole lot of scrutiny and a whole lot of chatter about whether or not Shohei Otani was going to be traded. He was constantly being asked. He was constantly being hounded. Do you want to play here? Are you going to stay here? Do you want to leave? As soon as the team said, we're not trading Shohei, we're going to go for it. You know what he did? He went out and threw 9 innings of 1-hit baseball, no earned runs, 3 walks against the Tigers. He was unhittable. Absolutely dynamic. That's the version of Shohei Otani I expect to see today against the Mariners. I think you're going to see an epic pitching and hitting run out of Shohei Otani. I think he's going to be absolutely stellar today. First 5 run line is minus 110. Now at home, Shohei is 3 Has a 3.15 ERA. He's 5-3 overall with an opposing batting average of 179. Even with that little hiccup, those 3 games where he wasn't good to start the month of July. Brian Wu is going for the Seattle Mariners. Brian Wu on the road has a 4.34 ERA, a 1-1 record, 234 opposing batting average. And Brian Wu's last start on the road, 5 innings, 3 earned runs given up. Time before that on the road, 6 innings, just 2 runs given up, and then 2 runs as well against the Giants. This could be a 1-0 lead for the Angels after 5. But I think Otani is going to be awesome against the Mariners today. I'm going to go first 5-run line. Angels need to score. They didn't score much yesterday, unfortunately. The Braves went over in the first 5 for us easily. Angels lost the game 12-5. Angels have been leaking oil big time. They got to win the Shohei games. They got to get out to a good start. Otani, run line, first 5, minus 110, 1.1 units down on that. They have to be leading after 5, okay? I don't mind the under either. You want to bet the under in that game? It's 4.5, juiced to minus 130. I don't mind bet the under there, but I just really think the Angels are going to score a couple of runs, and I don't think Seattle scores anything here. I think it's easier just to bet the run line, and maybe it gets into a 4-3, 3-2 first 5, and we would lose that under bet. Rather just bet the side here. Run line, Angels to be winning after 5, 1.1 units down on that. And then finally, there is no bet available at the moment for the Cubs and the Reds. Same bet from yesterday. Why? Luke Weaver going for the Cincinnati Reds. Luke Weaver has a road ERA of 5.76. Luke Weaver has been hit quite aggressively this season. He's worse at home, but on the road, 5.76, 1-3 record, opposing batting average of 300. Okay? It's not been a good run for Luke Weaver on the road. Last time out, though, he was pretty good against the Dodgers. 6 innings, 1 earned run. But before that, he gave up 5 earned runs against Milwaukee, 2 earned runs in 5 innings against Washington, 4 earned runs in 4 1/3 against the Baltimore Orioles. He's going to be facing today a pitcher in Jameson Taillon, who at home at Wrigley Field has not been good. 6.43 ERA, 2-4 record, opposing batting average of 317 at Wrigley with 35 earned runs given up in 49 innings worth of work. Taillon's last start at home was pretty good, though. 5 2/3 with 1 earned run given up. Before that, 5 2/3, 3 earned given up to the Washington Nationals, and then gave up 4 earned, 6 runs total in 5 innings against Cleveland, and 5 earned in 5 innings against the Philadelphia Phillies. 4 earned runs in 5 1/3 against the Baltimore Orioles. So not great for Taillon at Wrigley Field. In July, though, his ERA is 2.67. It hasn't been horrible. He's actually 3-0 in that. But I will bet the over. Game total is 10. My guess is it's going to be 5.5 for the Reds and the Cubs. Same bet as yesterday. See what the price is going to be on that. But I'll tell you about it in the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat. But I like the first 5 over again for the Reds and the Cubs at Wrigley. Let's see what the books put it at. Maybe they're going to be jerks and put it at 6, but hopefully it's 5. If it's 5, bet the over. If it's 5.5, still bet the over. If it's 6, I may pump the brakes a little bit on that, but I think 5.5 or 5 is what the number will be for the Reds and the Cubs. First 5 over. Okay? So officially, I gave you a bunch of different ways to bet the Hall of Fame game, but officially, Jets minus 1.5 for 1.1 units tonight in the NFL game for the Hall of Fame game. We're going first 5 run line for the Angels up against the Mariners with Otani, minus 110 on that to be leading after 5. And then the first 5 over Cubs and the Reds, whatever the number is going to be, whatever the price is going to be. I'll tell you about it in the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat to join our Discord channel. Good day yesterday, good week going. Let's keep it going here on a Thursday. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter and all socials at Sports Talk Matt. This podcast being brought to you, The Daily Juice, always by OmahaSteaks.com.